I learned how to like set up all those things. I learned how to use them. Discord was the biggest nightmare because like I used Discord casually, but I wanted to make sure that like everybody that's in it's safe and shit from like spammers and all sorts of crap. So I kind of like had to learn how to like set up everything so that it like, I don't know, makes it that people can't just automatically see who's in Discord when they arrive and stuff. You know. I wonder if I could get the steel out of this place. It might be worth my time. Hold on. Just hold up for a sec. I want to take all this. But yeah, I don't know. It's not like I ever really... It's not like I didn't consider streaming. I did at one point think about, like, I don't know, streaming in a way before the doctor's conversation. I don't know, I just never had anything to push me to go ahead with it. I need you to die, mate. There we go. Perfect. Now, I don't want the drugs to be available, but I don't know if any of my people can do construction. There is plants, there's cooking. I saw a little bit of construction. Only like one person's got construction ability here. So if they want to go and deconstruct all this should be steel. And I've got a few plants around here, so I'll let them stay here for a bit. I know the caravan battle's won. Let me go home. God, I have a lot of animals in this area. Jesus Christ. I guess my animals are reproducing as well. It's wild that your first doctor just died. He was kind of old, and he was just kind of like... It was sort of at the end of his life and still working and stuff. So, like, I knew him through my work, and so it wasn't much of a surprise when, like, he became a doctor and I kind of, like, I don't know, I got news of his death before the, like, doctor's place kind of told me about that. But yeah, essentially he just, like, passed away at his desk one afternoon, and that was it. Because I was a new patient, I was still paperwork. I wasn't entered into a system or anything like that. So I didn't get notified or referred. Like, I wasn't in the system to get referred to his, like, next available doctor kind of thing. So I just disappeared kind of thing. I was just paperwork probably filed away and lost in time kind of thing. But it's fine. Like, I managed to, like, self-manage my condition for a long time with, like, the very basic medicine that he gave me. And, like, a lot of trial and error and stuff. And that seemed to work up until it kind of wasn't. And my doctor was like, you need to see a specialist again. And since then, since I've been seeing this hospital, like, I don't get the same doctor every time because, as I said, it's a teaching hospital, right? So I don't get a choice in who I see. I've had a couple of bad ones. I've had, like, one of them ignore the fact that, like, I have family history of, like, skin cancer and stuff, and he's tried to prescribe me medicine that's increasing my risk of skin cancer. But, like, the medicine before that put me basically in a coma. So, like, that was a bad one in there. Like, one bad person out of the lot. But, like, the hospital was pretty good. Like, I spoke to one of the, like, head nurses and stuff about, like, the whole situation, and they got me onto somebody else. So now whenever I'm being seen, I usually have the doctor and two, like, students in training, like, observing. So I know it's, like, from there and also just witnesses as well, but I also know that it, like, means that there's extra eyes and ears and questions and stuff like that, and maybe something won't get overlooked, or, like, the rationality will be, like, logicked across, like, multiple minds and stuff. Doctors could be really hit or miss that way. Look, a lot of doctors are very hit and miss that way, but it's also, like, your one bad doctor isn't going to stop me from, like, trying to get, you know, seen by another doctor. I went from every 3 months to, I'm down to 6 monthly now. I still have to do the big major tests every year, but I still have to do, like, bloods and other stuff every 6 months now instead of every 3 months, which is nice. And I am getting a lot better. I'm getting better to the point where I didn't think that my condition was ever going to have a chance for, like, remission. I didn't think that I was ever going to have a chance to be able to eat some of the stuff that I used to eat again. and I'm back to being able to eat some stuff that I haven't been able to eat for like 10 years, you know, like some meats and stuff. So it's been interesting. Like, it's been a little adjustment period. That's all very, very recent. That's in like the last few months and shit, where I've just been able to like slowly eat small amounts of like regular food again without having like some kind of huge reaction to it and being like horribly sick for a couple of days. So that is nice. Yeah, it is pretty great. It's not something that I thought was ever going to happen or be an option. So when it did happen, I was kind of baffled. Like, I talked to you guys about it one stream and I was like, I was like happy but really confused because like it had taken me so long to get like the family and friends that I do still have to understand that I have a condition that can make me really sick very easily with like just like if you're not paying attention when you're preparing food and shit. And now all of a sudden that's not really an issue, you know? And it's just kind of, it's strange to me because I'm like, all of a sudden that's not really an issue unless I'm really stressed and stuff. The other thing too is like I've had to learn some like extra stuff too, like the tax sides of like streaming and content creation and stuff. And also speaking of, I'm probably about a month away from my first YouTube payment. It's been like 4 months and I'm nearly there since I hit monetization. So that's really cool. I might get like my first YouTube payout in a month. I'm not sure when that is, but I'm looking forward to that because that just means that, you know, I'm slowly progressing with everything as well. Like, I don't know how to get TikTok monetized, but I don't know. I'm working on like a platform at a time and trying to get there. Like if I wanted to, I could go full steam ahead on all platforms and absolutely like wear myself out. But I don't think that would be very interesting to like, I don't know, hang out and socialize with me when I'm like absolutely just exhausted. I've got a few like funny photos of like me just being like, I look like I'm like a few years dead just because like I've worn myself out mentally learning so much stuff, just streaming. And I know that like you can stream in all sorts of different ways. So you can be like as casual as you want to be. Like you can hit the start button and you hit the finish button at the end of the night and that's it. It's done. And just like get on with your life and stuff. But like I do editing and other stuff and whatever. So like at the end of the night, when I finish streaming for 4 hours, I've got like another 4 hours of like editing and uploads and responding to comments and all sorts of stuff. So like it doesn't just end when my stream finishes. So it's a lot like behind it too. But I don't know, if I was like a healthy, completely healthy bodied person, I didn't have Crohn's or anything like that, I'd like to stream for like 6 hours a day and just kind of like, whether it be playing like the games I'm playing or like have a little bit more variety or something like that, like whatever. I think I'd enjoy that because I'd have more of a chance to be seen by more of a community. Obviously like YouTube, having my videos go there after like up to a month later or whatever does allow like more people to find me and stuff. But I also understand like the reason why I make YouTube videos is because I don't expect the people on YouTube platform to come to Twitch and watch me here. So that's why I put my content elsewhere so that they can also find me and enjoy watching me and stuff in their own time on their chosen platforms and stuff. Because I sure as fuck knew that like the streamers that I saw on YouTube, I never went and watched them on Twitch. And I don't expect anybody else to do that for me. Like, I expect that, like, if they find me and they like me and they want to watch me, they're gonna watch me on, you know, whatever platform it is that they're watching. Crow, you got the plague, mate. You might want to go lay down. Not that one. Go up to this one. I know he's on his way, but it's fine. Oh man, how's my chickens going? I kind of forgot that my chickens are in a pen. There should be... Are these hatched at least? They are down to, I've got the plant instead behind it. It's funny how it worked out in the end for me. I randomly recommended your video at one day and I saw you got Twitch and ended up coming here. Oh yeah. Yeah, because you came from YouTube, didn't you? Just checking that one. Because a few people have come over from YouTube. Like, I think that's pretty awesome when that happens, but I also worry that, like, when people come over and try to watch me, like, my times that I'm live may not, there's a walk, may not be the same as, like, when you're available to watch, which is why, like, I also do say, like, I don't expect people to be here all the time, because, like, from my perspective, it would be pretty fucking hard pressed for everybody to have the availability to be here, like, 5 days a week, for up to 4 hours and stuff. Like, if you're able to be here for like even 10 minutes within those 4 hours, that's awesome. That's really awesome, you know? But yeah, nobody's ever expected to be here. Yep, from one of the RimWorld videos. Yeah, I still think that's crazy. That's like, he came from one of the RimWorld videos. That would have been ages ago too, because you've been following me for fucking ages. Hold on. Pretty sure I can see how long you've followed me for. Since November last year. Holy shit, you found me before my affiliate thing. You found me like days before my affiliate fucking anniversary. Holy crap. Yeah, 11 months and 9 days. That's crazy. But not even a fan of RimWorld, to be honest. I think why YouTube recommended it to me. Yeah, so the thing is, with my videos on YouTube, I kind of shoot myself in the foot by having multiple different games on one channel. Because if it recommends a RimWorld video to somebody like 7 Days to Die, they're not going to watch it. And so it's going to have really high impressions and show to a lot of people, but not a lot of people are going to click on it. So YouTube then thinks that my videos are shit and doesn't want to recommend it. But the few people that do click on it and watch it, like, I do hope they watch for a while, because if they don't, then YouTube goes, oh man, it must be shit, let's get rid of it. That's kind of how it works. But yeah, having all of the different games on one platform, like also having art and also having, like, the thing is, like, the common denominator sometimes is like that I'm a VTuber. Sometimes it's that I am a streamer. Sometimes, I don't know if Grenard's gonna survive this one. Got 9 hours versus, yeah, Grenard ain't gonna do great against that. Can you two come out and just, like, have a good punch up here? Yeah, so sometimes, like, the commonality between, like, the videos isn't the game itself. Sometimes it's me, or the streamer, or my avatar, or, like, yeah, the conversation or something. Like, one of my RimWorld videos, in some capacity, if I wanted to, I could have listed it as tax advice, because I went through one whole video where I explained, like, as a streamer, how, like, tax and stuff like that works. And I'm like, I could have listed it as a higher value video, which would have earned me more money. But at the same time, I feel like that's such a rip, because I'm just playing RimWorld and having a conversation. That's what I'm doing. And if it just so happens to dabble into that particular topic, like, I don't want to list the whole fucking video as that, just so I can, like, earn a little bit more money, because that just feels wrong, you know? I found you on Twitch when I was looking for a new streamer to watch. I found a different streamer on YouTube who was getting, was it 20 views max per video, and followed to his Twitch. I've been watching them stream for more than half a year now. Jesus. The funny thing is, my videos are all over the shop. I'm not joking. Some of my videos on YouTube get, like, let's say the minimum is 3 or 4, right? Views. And then the maximum can sometimes be like 2,100 views on any video. So, like, I know the average seems to be about 4 or so hundred people. I think it's about 200 odd for, 200 to 400 for RimWorld, 300 to 500 for Diablo 2, and about 50 to 100 on 7 Days to Die. So I have like a mixed bag of followers that kind of each watch different things to a different amount. So even though I have a lot of subscribers on YouTube, they are all watching different things, and not all of them are watching all the same things or overlapping different games. So I've also done a couple of polls on there where I've been like, what are you watching? Are you watching more than one thing, or is it just like one type of thing and that's all you want to watch and you don't care for the other stuff? And most people are like, they're watching multiples or like one specific. It's a very even group with that. You better bet that well, if I have electricity internet, I see that you're streaming, I'll be here. for all the stream. Might be lurking and not chatting much, but I exist here somewhere deep within the void. I've come to realize that, Gilon. That's, when you've, like, mentioned sometimes your channel points amounts, you know how towards the end of the year, Twitch does a thing where it shows you, like, who you're watching the most and, like, how long you've lurked in this, or not, like, how long you've lurked, but, like, how many channel points and stuff you've got. I thought that was really cool last year. I didn't know they did that, and, I was really surprised when, like, some people, like Viken, for instance, was a good example, had, like, a shit ton of points, because, like, they never redeemed anything, but they're always here. And I feel like you'd be kind of along the same lines as that. Like, you're always here, and you have a shit ton of channel points. You could just go ballistic with that shit, but you don't always use them, which is kind of nice that you're not spammy with them, you know, even though you have them. But yeah, it took me a while to understand. Like, I think Kanye is around a lot. I think you're around a lot. Viken's around a lot. Sugar's around occasionally. I'm trying to remember who else, because I listed a bunch of VIPs, and they were kind of like the people that were kind of like almost always here. Because like they'd mention every so often, and I'm like, what? Don't set that shit on fire, mate. Tofu, mate. Tofu, come back here. Yeah, though it's mostly just people that I've seen around a lot over the years, or over the months, I should say, because it's like barely been a couple of years. But oh, that whole stack's gonna break. There goes all my medicine, mate. Ow. We might be able to salvage it. It's fine if I've got pyromaniacs in here. I don't really care. But when they set like inside a room on fire, it's a bit of a problem. I need to get. I'm gonna put some fire foam poppers in here. Hold on. Where's Mystic? Give me some fire foam poppers. I haven't bothered yet because we've been good and I haven't had the steel. But we're getting to a point where I kind of need these. I think they'll overlap with just those two, I hope. Speaking of lurking, now I have to lurk without my teammate came back, so no more loitering. Back to brainstorming we go. No worries. Have a Meowful stream. I'm keeping a balance of 100k. I like that though. I was thinking of something before. I don't know. I just assumed that like certain people are always lurking. Because like every so often, like some people don't say anything, but every now and then I get a redeem pop up. And that's just enough to let me know that you're there. Which is why, like, as I said, like Sugar and Kanye and some others and stuff, I know that they're there because they have the points to redeem like really big things every so often, which tells me they've been around a lot. Like, I don't need it to be a big redeem, like even just reminding me to hydrate or stretch or something is plenty enough. But it's just, I don't know, it's kind of nice just knowing, you know? Because yeah, most of the time, as I said, I genuinely believe when I'm streaming, unless somebody is talking in chat, I genuinely do believe that I'm sitting here by myself. Maybe Atlantis is around sometimes. She could be in the toilet. I don't fucking know. But like, I don't assume anybody's here. So when I'm just having a full-blown conversation, there's no chat activity. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you guys what's going on in my brain, what I'm up to, what the game's doing, all that stuff. Chess tables need chairs. Did they make them? Well, damn. I didn't expect to get chess tables done that fast. I didn't know we had that much jade. Apparently we still have like 600 jade, you know. I have 8.5k ready. And it wasn't in one of the weeks I've been here. Was your break? Yeah, true. Yeah. Mind you, I don't generally take breaks. Like that week was my first week in really the 2 years. Because like if you don't count the times when I legitimately only streamed 2 days a week, like when my schedule was 1 day a week, 2 days a week, or 3 days a week, I generally didn't take time off. Oh, I love how my cats are like stacked up drinking milk here. It's great. Look at this. I'm pretty sure both of them were drinking that then. But yeah, anyway. I normally take like a day off or something whenever my internet is out because I'm like, there's nothing much I can do. It's always a time when I'm streaming. So I can't do anything about that. Apart from that, like I take the odd like mental health day when I'm like, I haven't slept and I'm really, really fucking crabby. Because ain't nobody fucking deserves that. Like, I'm not gonna like you know, rip somebody's head off just because like I haven't slept. Like that's not cool. I've done it a couple of times by accident because like I thought I could power through and I thought I could do it because it's just the kind of person I am. And then obviously I've snapped at somebody and I'm like, that's not okay. I should have just taken the night off, you know. So I do that now. I do want to move this one over if I can. I think almost every channel I watch ends up being points bank. I don't tend to spend them often. I don't mind spending, you know, the points and stuff. It just depends on what's available. Like I've said this before, I don't really like when I'm following somebody and they have like, you know, you can save up points to buy a VIP slot or something like that. Because I'm like, that to me devalues the point of being a VIP in the channel kind of thing. Like it's just, you could probably not even be in the stream and just lurking and accumulate like a shit ton of points, right? And then be considered somebody like special to in the eyes of like the rest of the chat and stuff. And I'm like, so I don't really like those sort of things, but like whenever I see like health and wellness stuff, like I love slamming those down because I, as a streamer, understand that like it is very easy sometimes to like forget to drink or forget to stretch, or you might be sore and you maybe haven't mentioned it, but somebody redeems like a stretch or stand up and walk around or something like that. And it's just a really great feeling when you get that because like you get up and you walk around and you feel better and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I like those ones. I also like things where I can interact with the avatar because like part of what my avatar, I obviously like opted to have like multiple different outfits and all sorts of stuff. I will stretch. Thank you, Jay. That was my knuckles, by the way. So like before I started my like avatar, right, before, when I was a faceless channel, I watched a couple of streamers and one of them had the ability to change like a bunch of stuff on her avatar, like hair and outfits and all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. Like I would enjoy that because like my avatar myself, like I've got so many different outfits for my character. I've got so many different like hair colors that I've had for great periods of time where I would connect with that if that was on my avatar and all sorts of stuff, right? And eventually I wanted to have the alternate form as well, the Kitty Venus, so that like, you know, her different like fighter form and stuff was available. And I just had to, the thing that took me a while with that is I had to think about how to make that work because I was already maxing the program with my original character. And I found that like when I was redeeming, say I'd redeem a hair redeem in this person's channel, it would take me like a couple of days or like multiple hours, like let's say 4 or so hours to get enough points to be able to redeem like a change of hairstyle on her character. And I'd redeem it, and then somebody who was a regular, somebody that just had powerhouse amount of points, would just automatically change it back to whatever it was that they liked, and she'd automatically change it back. So even though it had taken me a couple of days to accumulate the points, this person that was always there got to dictate how that character looked, and I fucking hated it. Because I'm like, that's not fair. Like, I saved up, I was excited, I wanted to see this, and it was on for like a minute or two, and then it was flicked back. So, like, when people change things on my avatar, I try to say that, like, it's either going to be on for about 20 minutes or as long as I remember to change back. And these days, I just don't change it back. Like, if you change something, that's how it is for the rest of the stream. Unless somebody redeems something else that changes it, normally kind of like after 20 minutes, then I will change it. If it's under 20 minutes, no, you get your points back. You got to wait. Like, give the person a chance. I don't know if this group going out mining will have enough food to get over here, but we'll try. It would be nice if I can get a couple of steel. Oh yeah, my group's still attacked. I don't know if they've disassembled anything, but I don't need to check. I'll see it in here. They'll either have it or they won't. I don't really want to bring back Smoke Leaf, but we'll see. Let's see. I don't want to bring back tainted clothes. No tainted tribal wear. I do want the limestone thing. I don't want the dead body. I could bring back some marble. Yeah, let's bring back a bit of marble because I've got some decorations to make. So they should be able to do that. They're not going to move super fast, but it'll be fine. They'll get home soon enough, you know. So that's very good though. So one of the keys to success is being ready for the opportunities that come along. A lot of small streamers that get big raid or some other opportunity are not paying attention, not ready to chat when it happens, and they quickly lose all viewers. But if you're used to having a conversation by yourself, you're always ready to try and retain whatever comes your way. It is like that, but sometimes also, like, I can get accustomed to nobody chatting. And so when somebody does chat, I sometimes don't know how to, like, perpetuate the conversation. Like, I'll always, like, genuinely ask people when they come in, like, hey, how are you? How you been? What are you up to? Because I want to fucking know, right? You don't have to tell me. That's okay. But, like, I'm asking because I want to know. But some people find it very generic and like, oh, you know, it's just a standard greeting. And I do sometimes get in, like, the mode where the way I say it maybe comes across like that. And I see it, like, afterwards where people come in, I greet them, and then, like, nothing happens. But I also do expect that sometimes people come in and nothing happens. Like, sometimes people are following as they're clicking out of the page, kind of thing, because that's what I do sometimes. If I like a creator, sometimes I'm like, I've been watching them for a while and I realize I'm about to leave and I should follow them, and I click on them and then I go, oh, I actually need to leave. I don't have time to sit here and have a conversation with this person, but they're now excited that they've got to follow. So I'm aware that sometimes I'll have a conversation, ask a question, and I'm never going to get a response because that person's not here, or they never heard it, or they're muted or something like that. But the other thing too is just the experience of it too. Like, my experience as a streamer is very different to the experience of a viewer. So I went and I spent some time watching other people, and I experienced what it was like to watch other people and what it was like in their streams and stuff. Like, how did they interact with people? How did their people interact with the streamer and the chat and each other and all sorts of stuff? How were redeems used and all sorts of things, right? It helped me get a better understanding of how I lurk in somebody else's channel and how I behave in another channel, because that helped me understand how people may be behaving in my channel. And while nobody's all the same, like, we're not all the same kind of people, like, we all do different shit, right? Just having that little bit of understanding did help. That is a poor sculpture. I don't want to put that anywhere. It did at least help me understand that when nobody's responding, it's not something I've said or done, you know? And, or, yeah, as you said, like, being ready for stuff. Like, I have developed certain phrases, like when you guys redeemed the what does this button do thing, it's like, it's the dramatic gopher and it's judging the fuck out of you. Like, that came out of nowhere, you know. But yeah, it's been pretty useful. I don't know, it was probably one of the first things, like one of the first weird catchphrase things that, like, came out with. Irony is that a viewer that has enough points to get VIP redeemed usually has spent enough time hanging out to be considered a VIP anyway, ignoring the obvious abuse case. Yeah. You're obviously somebody that's, like, around to buy the VIP and is legitimately interacting and or raiding out and raiding in and chatting and all sorts of stuff. Like, they generally have earned it and stuff, but obviously, like, the ones that are just like, cool, I have enough points, but I'm never here. Like, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that in people's, like, streams and shit. That's why I'm wary of it, kind of thing. So free avatar redeems are great. Thank you. Does Twitch not let you group redeem cooldowns? If not, they should really get that, because it's such an obvious feature. So, I think you probably could. I don't know how to do it, but I have seen it sometimes where, like, I can limit cooldowns based on per stream or per person or both, right? So, for instance, Hydrate has basically no limit. Everybody can spam the shit out of Hydrate all stream long. Little Black Dress, I think, is only redeemable by, like, 1 or 2 people per stream. The avatar, alternate avatar form, Kelly Venus, I think is once per stream, so you can only redeem it once. So once it's redeemed, nobody else can try to redeem it, because that way there's no confusion as to will she change again, kind of thing. Like, I've got, like, a few fail safes like that where I'm trying to accommodate for people that might not know what it does or may not take the time to read it, and therefore might get frustrated if they click on it and nothing happens. But obviously I've got certain cooldowns for like sound alerts, like to prevent people from spamming it a lot. Same with like the ad ones, like they're all like reduced, so it's per person and then per stream. So like you might be able to redeem Yippee like say 3 times yourself, and then other people are able to redeem it a few more times in the stream themselves. I have a drink, hold on. Thank you for the hydrate, Buzzer. What else? Was it Cha-Cha? Phillin's mum frame. What? Fame? I actually know of Philin. I like watching her shit. I can't say her name right. I know it's like Fillion or something. But yeah, she's often like very amusing. I was gonna say, usually when it comes to VTubers, a lot of us are like loud, and I'm like not really loud. Like I get excited sometimes, but I don't get like throw shit. And I think Fillion's broken like several of her VR headsets all the time. I'm like, that's so much money. How could you break that? Like that's just my logic when I see it happen. I'm like, I've got like that oof, like I don't know, the cringe that like most guys would probably get when like they see like a guy get kicked in the nuts. I get that with technology. When I see somebody break some technology, I just cringe and like shrivel up in a ball in the corner, and I'm like, oh, why would you do that? But it's a Cha-Cha. It's like 12 different hair colors, and the points costs are very cheap. So even if you just watch a little bit, you can change it, and people change them constantly. See, I've got different amounts for my hair and stuff, so there's a reason for this. So obviously, naturally, I have brown hair, right? So primarily, I want my avatar to have brown hair more often than not, so that people can identify that that is the base appearance of my character. I have had purple hair for several years. I don't have it at the moment, but I have had purple hair for several years. It is my second longest hair color beyond natural, right? So obviously it is the next